Hello everyone, my name is Melly, and today we are here to discuss Shadowhunters Season 2, Episode 18. So I'm sorry this video is coming late. I've been sick recently, so I didn't have time to film any of these videos because I was busy dying. I had no voice for like 2 days, so I couldn't film, so I'm sorry. But I'm back, and I'm here to talk about episodes with you guys. So let's talk about Episode 18. All in all, I think it was a pretty good episode. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch the episode, then come back and we can talk about it, but I don't want to spoil you guys, so if you haven't seen it, goodbye for now. Bye! Okay, so Shadowhunters. Just a note before I get into very specific things about the episode, I really liked Will's acting this episode. I think he did an amazing job as Sebastian. I've been saying that the past few episode talks, but I just feel like he deserves those kudos because I love that I feel like it's Sebastian. So our opening scene is Sebi getting really mad and punching things and freaking out, and even just that scene, there was no dialogue, but it felt like Sebastian, and it was just so nice. So Claire's walking down the street, right? And she's like, yeah, I knew something was off about Sebastian. Honey, no you didn't. You had no suspicions about him whatsoever. You opened up to him a few times, and he was always allowed in on your missions, and you always gave him details. So obviously, you didn't know something was going on with him. And, that's okay, because he did a really good job at hiding that, but, don't pretend you know what was happening, because you didn't. We go back to fake Sebastian's apartment, and we find real Sebastian sitting there dead. And all of a sudden, he comes to life, and he's possessed by a demon, which they call a possessing demon. Original name. I didn't understand the point of that scene in the episode, because it really did nothing for the episode in any way. It was just, another fight scene. I left that scene feeling why? Alec calls the Inquisitor and is like, hey, so Lakeland is the mirror, and you need to get guards there 24/7. I don't like that they informed the Clave. One, because obviously Valentine has spies in the Clave, so why would you tell the Clave and not just keep it in your inner circle of people, which is the best idea? And two, they tell her to station extra guards around Lake Lynn. Excuse me, if, somebody is looking for something specifically, and you find out what it is, and then you put all these soldiers around it, and you ramp up security, obviously, that's the thing that evil person is looking for. That's just basically a giant beacon, and obviously, Valentine can defeat that army of Shadowhunters. We've seen it done before. So, why do we think it's a good idea to make it basically this beacon that's hey, this is what you're looking for, but you can't have it? So Magnus teamed up with the Sealy Queen because he's heartbroken because Alec didn't tell him that the Clave still has the Soul Sword. I talked about this last episode talk. I feel like that is not something Magnus would do whatsoever, but I talked about that already, so I'm not going to talk about it again. But he teams up with the Sealy Queen in this episode, and basically tells the other Downworlders, alright, suck it up, I agreed for all the Warlocks in New York, we're following the Sealy Queen. Magnus would never bow to anyone, and he would especially not bow to the Sealy Queen. He's smarter than that. He's been alive for 800 years. He knows it's a bad idea, and obviously this was a bad idea. Luke and Clary have a moment where they hug, and it's just so sweet, and it gave me all these little feels because I love family relationships. Raph and Izzy get to interact again this episode, which honestly I kind of forgot about them because we really haven't been focusing on Izzy all that much, and we haven't seen Raph in a while, and we haven't seen them interact. But they finally interact again, such a cute scene, kind of wishing they were together right now. And Raphael says a really sweet thing about how the only good thing about war is getting to see Isabel, and I was melting. My heart. Simon starts being his geeky little self and going on about beta wolves and omegas and alpha werewolves. It was so cute. Such a nerdy moment. And also there is a scene where he's talking about college and him and Maya start talking, and then Maya's like, well, are we dating? And he's like, are we dating? And she's like, well, would that be a bad thing? And I was like, I have to give it to you. You are pretty cute. After that scene, Clary barges in and, needs to talk to Simon, blah, 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 and they go outside, and she's like, so you and Maya? And he's like, yeah, I really like her. And she's like, well, it's alright to date her. And I was like, honey, they're already dating, and he doesn't need your permission because you're not the one who's heartbroken. He's the one who's heartbroken, and he's allowed to move on with whoever he wants. Clary, he doesn't need your permission. Like, it just felt like such a stupid scene. I feel like even Simon was like, okay. But Simon as a friend in that scene was just, oh my god, nobody deserves Simon. He's perfection, and he's so cute, and he's such a good friend. We meet Katerina this episode. She's not blue or green or whatever color she is, which I was kind of upset about, because no. And I feel like she didn't really act like Katerina would. I feel like Katerina's more of a caring person. Like, she is sassy, but she's more of a caring person, and I didn't really feel that way with her. But maybe as we see her more in the future, I'll get to know her better and think of her more as Katerina. We also see Madsy again, and it was really cute. Her and Magnus hug, and he calls her Sweet Pea. The Shadowhunters and werewolves have a showdown on the playground filled with human children. That's a good idea. I mean, even if nobody can see you, people can still get hurt by flying wolves and daggers and things like that. So why are you doing it on a playground? Like, I get that the circle members don't really care, but why would you draw them to the playground? Draw them somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Like, why? Sarah Hyland did so much better this episode. I really felt the Seelie Queen more than I did last time, which, like, she wasn't bad last time, but I just feel like she did a better job this time. They also set up wards around the city that won't let anyone with Nephilim blood out of the city. Sebi is a full-blown demon. He could totally just walk right through those wards. So, why didn't he? Clace has this weird scene where like, Clary's like, alright, so we need to try tracking, but I need you to activate the runes. And so Jace is shirtless, and he like holds her, and she's like on his chest. It was so weird, and like, as much as I love Clace, that scene made me feel really, really uncomfortable, and I just didn't like it. It was just, I don't know, it was just like weird, and I just wanted it to be over. Jace and Alec have really good moments when they're hunting the Forsaken. I love Jalek moments. And there's a really cool shot of Alex shooting one of the Forsaken. I loved it. Jace and Sebi have a showdown just like in the book. I got so excited. And they use a book line. The spot on a man's back, and then Jace does it later and he's like, yeah, he showed me that too. I was like, yes, this is a book scene. And just like Jace antagonizing Sebastian just felt like Jace, and it felt like Jace and Sebastian. I was so happy because that's what they are. Oh, it was so exciting. Clace randomly has a kiss scene. Like, all of a sudden, they're buddies again, even though Clary has been hating on him this whole season. It's fine. We're just gonna date again. Alright, cool. I'm taking what I can get from Clace. Like, that kiss scene was a hot kiss scene, and, like, good for them. The Fae are now working with Valentine. I didn't think we were gonna get to see that happen. I thought it was going to be revealed, like, in the books, where one day Sebastian wakes up in bed with the Seelie Queen, but I guess we're not gonna do that, or maybe we'll do that later. But yeah, so now the Fae are working with Valentine. Interesting. Those were my thoughts on episode 18. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode, if you enjoyed it. What was your favorite scene? Make sure to subscribe if you like Shadowhunters or any other TV shows. If you haven't seen any of my other episode talks, links will be down below. Make sure to check them out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I try to upload a video every week. If you like my videos, then subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!